Another good day of betting last night. We put money in our pocket. Let's do it again. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jason Manis with Winning Bets. We're on the Tuesday edition here of Winning Bets, and we're feeling good this morning because we woke up with money in our pocket to kick off another week here of Winning Bets. Let's go ahead and recap it, and then let's get into today's bets. We got some basketball, and of course, we got some soccer action going on this fine Tuesday. What happened yesterday? What about those NBA first quarter spreads? We went 2-3 in our NBA first quarters. The only one we dropped was that Suns money line. Boy, I looked at one point in the box score with about maybe 3.5 minutes ago. Their field goal percentage was 11.6. Suns just had a bad night shooting the ball, so they couldn't get it done. But the Pacers, they get it done at plus 1.5. They won the first quarter outright. And the Nuggets also got it done, covering the minus 1.5. So we went 2-3 there. Then on our over-unders, we did pretty good. We hit our 2-unit play. Remember, we gave you guys Kings Raptors under 56.5 points. That was our 2-unit play. And we cashed that as that fell up under 65 or 56.5 points. We also cashed in the Nuggets Wizards game under 54.5, so that was a good cash right there. And then in Warriors Pacers, while I gave out over 54.5 on the show here, we got a favor from the public and really from DraftKings as that one opened at over 52.5, so we went back in for another unit. Got a cash on 52.5. Gutted we didn't get the cash on over 54.5, but hopefully you guys are following me on Twitter because, not every bet can obviously be given out on YouTube, and that one, came out, the line opened, we jumped on it. And remember, if you don't have Twitter, you can still follow me on Twitter. You can just refresh, my Twitter page as often as you like. We just obviously can't interact, but even without being an active Twitter account holder, you can still follow me on Twitter and you can still get that over 52.5. So just remember that. And then, so what did we lose? We lost we lost the under 56.5 there in Rockets Hawks. And then our player props went 1-1, got Jared Allen over 16.5 points. How about a made bucket with 23 seconds to go? The finish was 17 points right there. And then Okoro couldn't quite stay under 9.5 points. He damn near went over that in the first half. But good day, plus 2.27 units. That's how you kick off a week here on Winning Bets. All right, it's time to give away some money. You guys remember, every single day leading up to Christmas, I'm giving two people $25 each. It was fun to give two people on yesterday's show $25 each. Let's go ahead and do it today. Obviously, here are the list of the names. We've got 2 names/numbers already removed because we don't want repeat winners. We want to try and spread the love this holiday season and make sure everybody has a chance to get it. So let's go ahead and do 2 more numbers. Let's do it, guys. Random number generator. We've got 8 and 12. 8 and 12. 8 and 12 is Scott S. Scott S, come on down. And 12 is Cindy C. So Scott and Cindy, come on down. Hit me up on Twitter. Drop me your PayPal information. And each of you have $25. And I appreciate the support that you guys have been giving me throughout the years. We've been here now for about 1.5 years. I think we've been doing this now. So thank you for all the support and hope you guys have a good holiday season. And let's pull 2 more names up out of that hat tomorrow. And let's keep on giving away this holiday season. All right, let's jump on into Tuesday's action. Let's go ahead and start with those NBA bets. There's only 3 games today, and I've only found 2 spots, and only one of the lines is out right now. So the other one I'll just kind of give you guys as what I'm looking for in terms of what the line may come out at, but obviously can't give you that bet. The one I can give you for, it's Raptors Nets over 55.5 points at minus 105 over at DraftKings. The teams are cashing the over 18-7, so we love that. Twice as many cashes than losses. Absolutely love that. And the teams are averaging 59 and 57 points. So gladly go ahead and take over 55.5 points at minus 105 between those Raptors and Nets. What's the other game we're looking at? We're looking at Suns, Blazers, possibly taking the under, obviously depending on what the number comes in at. These teams are cashing the under 15, 10, and 1, and they're averaging 53 and 54 points. So let's see what that number comes in at. Suns, Blazers, we'll possibly go ahead and take the under there in that first quarter. But otherwise, guys, that's the only NBA first quarter action. The other game didn't work out in terms of the against the spread or the over-under. It didn't work. In terms of player props today, with there only being 3 NBA games, I needed to take time to do more of the research, but just in doing, a handful of research in terms of minutes, 15 or 20 or so minutes, nothing kind of checked out, but we'll maybe check those out after the show and tweet out any player props. But as of now, we'll just go with that one NBA play, over 55.5 points at Raptors versus Nets at minus 105. All right, we've got some midweek soccer games going on. It's not Champions League, but it's Premier League and Bundesliga. Let's go ahead and first start with that Premier League. We're going to go ahead and look at the Aston Villa game versus going up against Norwich. I'm going to go ahead and do a parlay. I'm taking Villa on the double chance. and parlay in that with over 1.5 goals, and you can get that at minus 122 over at BetRivers or Barstool. Look, if you guys have been listening to the last few episodes of Between the Posts, you know that I'm high on Villa. Well, hell, not only am I high on Villa, so is Matt. I mean, we're both really high on Villa since this managerial change. I mean, everything has changed since Villa. They are competitive. They're good. I mean, hell, they beat Manchester City in a half of football. They lost the game 2-1, but they won that second half 1-0. Look what they did last week up against Liverpool. They lost 1-0, but only because of a penalty. Look, Steven Gerrard's got these guys playing really, really tough. I think maybe they can get 2 goals on their own right, or maybe this game finishes in some fashion of a draw. Either way, I just don't see Villa dropping points or not getting points. Villa's going to get some points from this. They're far and away, the better team up over in Norwich, as most teams are, but they're just playing really, really good. I mean, look at that back line performance up against Liverpool. Liverpool wasn't getting, all the great many chances, and Liverpool has been scoring goals against everybody. And that Villa, that back line was really, really impressive. Now, Norwich, well, obviously they had Dean Smith, so I think maybe that makes it so Norwich probably gets a goal, right? Dean Smith, former manager over there at Villa, obviously wasn't doing a hell of a, that good of a job because he got sacked, and now he's at Norwich, and obviously Villa, as we know, they've got Steven Gerrard. But I've just been really impressed by what Villa's been doing, so love getting them on the double chance. And again, you got to parlay that with something. It's at minus 160, so actually if you like minus 160, just go ahead and take Villa on the double chance and don't complicate it. But to me, I got to get it up under 150, which is my comfort. So get it up under 150. You add over 1.5 goals, and I think Villa can get 2 goals in their own right. So yeah, going to go ahead and roll with that. So we'll do Villa double chance over 1.5 goals at minus 122. The other Premier League game going on today is Manchester City going up against Leeds. I'm going to go ahead and take the money line of Leeds to have more fouls at minus 110. This is a 3-way money line, so if there is a tie, we will go ahead and lose our wager. But this is to say Leeds, at the end of the game, will have more fouls than Manchester City. Again, it's a money line. Why do we like this bet? Well, Manchester City is first in the league. They've committed 147 fouls. Leeds comes in at 15th with 195. Obviously, the goal is not have fouls, so City coming in first with 147. That's a huge gap between them and Leeds. That averages comes out to be 9.1 fouls per game for Manchester City and 12.1 fouls per game for Leeds. It's common sense as to why this happened, right? We know why maybe Manchester City is sitting in first place, because they control the pace, they control the tempo of games, they have all the possession. So you're not committing fouls when you have the ball, you're committing fouls when you don't have the ball. We expect Manchester City to have, the lion's share of the ball possession in this game today. It's at the Etihad. They should control the pace. They should control the tempo. They should have the ball. Leeds should be committing fouls, trying to get the ball off of their feet. So like Leeds to get more fouls. And in terms of trying to take a team total in this game, you can't take the money line. It's like minus 900 or some shit like that. Look, I'm not convinced Manchester City is going to win this game. Twice last season, they got a draw, and Leeds got a victory. And I remember that victory because I had money that day on Manchester City, and Leeds got a very late goal. It was in injury time. They kind of got the ball around midfield and just hit them on a counter. And what was really impressive was Leeds had 10 men most of that game. They won that game 2-1 with 10 men. Obviously, they got a draw in their other reverse fixtures. So obviously a team that plays Manchester City, tough, or at least, played them tough last season. That was their most recent head-to-head because Leeds hasn't been in the Premier League. Before last season. They just haven't been in the Premier League forever, or for a really long time. So yeah, I'm not fully convinced Manchester City is going to run up the goals like they normally do at home, or I'm not convinced Manchester City is going to keep a clean sheet, or I'm not convinced Manchester City is going to do anything in terms of getting points. But what I am convinced of is they'll control the tempo, they'll control the pace, they'll have the ball, they won't be committing fouls, there'll be Leeds committing fouls as they're trying to get the ball off their foot. So go ahead and take Leeds on that money line for more fouls, and you go ahead and get that at minus 110 over at DraftKings. All right, then the other bet is from the Bundesliga. I tweeted this one out this morning. I'm taking Bayern on their team total over 2.5 goals at minus 108 over at FanDuel. Look, they're going up against Stuttgart. This one is cashed in the last 5 head-to-heads, and it's cashed in 7 of the last 8 head-to-heads. So there's this, maybe perception, maybe this notion that maybe Bayern's not playing as good. And, maybe they're not, right? They only got a 2-1 victory up over the weekend, although they did dismantle, Barcelona easily in the Champions League midweek, beating them 3-0. So maybe they're not humming along all that good, but they're still Bayern. They're still getting goals. They're going to win this game. They're going to get likely 2 goals, so almost even money to get a 3rd goal. I'm rolling. I mean, I actually love the Bayern machine. I'm a huge Bayern supporter in terms of them putting money in my pocket. I love their entertaining football. They're going to get chances. Again, this is a team that they've handled easily. This bet is cashed in the last 5 head-to-heads and 7 in the last 8. I actually have a soft spot in my heart for this fixture because I went to my first trip to Europe was when I was 18 and went over there with my cousin, and one of our stops was in Munich. He took me to a Bayern game, and we happened to go to Bayern Stuttgart that year or whatever. And Bayern won that game 3-2. So yeah, I was at this fixture many moons ago. Got a soft spot for this fixture. Like Bayern getting the job done. I'm making this bet on today's numbers, not when I was a young buck 21 years ago as an 18-year-old running around Munich causing problems and drinking too much beer at the Hofbräu houses. But Bayern's going to get the job done. They're going to go over 2.5 goals, so go ahead and bet that. So let's do those recap there on those 3 soccer plays. Let's go and do Bayern on that team total, over 2.5 goals at minus 108. Take Villa on the double chance, parlay that with over 1.5 goals at minus 122. And go ahead and take Leeds that had more fouls on that money line at minus 110 up over at DraftKings. All right, guys, that's what we'll do. We got one more possible play. Let's see what that Sun Blazers number comes in at and see if we can't bet that under if we get an appropriate number. If I bet it, you'll be the first to know up on Twitter. Otherwise, guys, go enjoy your Tuesday. Let's have another good money-making day and see if we can keep stacking the money before the holidays. That's what we want to do. And as for Scott and Cindy, don't forget to hit me up on Twitter. Get you $25. I look forward to giving away more money on tomorrow's show. All right, guys, have a good Tuesday. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.